Well, good afternoon. How's everybody today? Welcome to HearthKeepers of the Earth. It's pretty nice here in Arizona right now. Actually, it's really nice in Arizona right now. Which after all that heat, it's been pretty tough. But that's okay. That's all right. It's been an unusual week, a quiet week for the most part. I don't get a lot of phone calls, of course not. Um, I've been getting more emails from the broadcast, but uh, that's good, I guess. I don't know. I'm not here for what they call it, subscribe, I guess. I don't. If you subscribe, okay. If you don't, okay. It doesn't matter to me. I like having the company of knowing that I know that there's some of you out there that are keeping me company for a few minutes and sending me really interesting emails. I got some emails this last week and a half or so. I got maybe four of them that weren't very nice, but you have to expect that. I don't go through this life expecting everybody to like you or to agree with you or to go along with you or to do something for you. That's called entitled. And I've never felt entitled to anything. I figured I had to work my butt off for everything. And that's usually the case. So those three particular emails, I took out of them what I felt like I needed to. There were some points they made I thought were valid. Uh, a little negative, but valid as far as I was concerned. And it pointed out some aspects that they saw in me that's, that probably are true. I need to really look at. So I'll be doing that too. So don't worry about that. But the rest of the emails are very interesting, and so today I've decided that I'm going to do emails. I'm going to do emails sometimes. So I got three emails that I'll relate to you folks and how I answered them because they didn't want to come online. They don't want to be in the chat room and all that, which is fine. I don't mind that. So the first one is from Keith. Hi, Keith in Tallahassee, Florida. Um, I let Keith know I was going to be on today, so I'm pretty sure he's there. So I hope you're doing all right, Keith, really. Keith from Tallahassee writes, I didn't grow up with a man or father in my home. I'm out of uni. What is uni? Uni. I found out uni meant university. I'm not real keen on all these truncated little words. They take a word and they make it really small. Anyway, I'm out of uni now, and I still feel like a boy. How do I become what I see as a man? Ooh, Keith, darling, you are asking really. In a way, you're asking the right person. In a way, you're asking the wrong person. The best way to really, the person you should be asking is a man who has developed the persona about him of a hardworking man, a man that you have seen yourself around you. And there are men around you who are like this. They are hardworking. They keep their bodies up. They keep healthy. They don't have to be gorgeous. They just stay healthy. They work hard. And they work smart also. They're gentle. They're kind. But they like being a man. They have their financials together. They don't live off of anybody. They don't live off of a woman or do something illegal to live. They know how to lead. They know how to be respectful and kind and provide help and they know what their limitations are and they know what their strengths are. They go after what they want, and they don't settle for something that doesn't become an asset to them instead of a liability. And they themselves are not a liability to anyone else. But you have to find a man that you admire, that has all the qualities you'd like to be in a man, and surround yourself with lots of men like this, mentors, not gang bangers and people who are into drugs and easy money. You want a man that's smart, that knows what money is about, how to deal with it honestly, without having to uh, extort anything from anybody. But you find yourself more than one man who you can admire and befriend, and then take information out of their playbook, watch them, observe them, ask questions, allow them to be your mentor, and you will not have a problem going from boyhood to manhood. But you have to have some type of a guide. So I would say, do that. Have a guide, get a guide for yourself, so that you can become the kind of person you really want to be. So I hope that helps you a little bit. Um, and just because you didn't have a man in the house doesn't mean that you can't have extended family who are men, who can help you navigate what being a man is about. All right, the next one is from Utah Jane. She calls herself Utah Jane. Obviously, she's in Utah. And Utah Jane says, I am obese like you, but how did you lose the first 100 pounds? I'm only 30 years old. And do you have any friends or people to encourage you? Well, thank you. Thank you, Jane. A lot of people shy away from calling things for what they are. What they are is what they are. Yes, I am morbidly obese. I am what you call medically induced. I have medically induced obesity from having taken antidepressants, anti-anxiety drugs for much longer than I should have, or known to have taken them, because I was ignorant at the time. And one thing I can't stand is to be ignorant, and I don't like to stay ignorant. I like to know what's going on, especially if it's in my little tiny universe. Anyways, how did I lose the first 100 pounds? I lost the first 100 pounds not doing something that's really a lot of fun to do. I lost my first 100 pounds taking care of my bedridden husband. So I didn't sleep as much. I didn't eat as much. I should have, but I didn't. But I think a lot of it had to do with my eating habits, and it takes a lot of physical work to take care of a bedridden spouse or bedridden anyone. And so that's where my work came in. I was constantly moving all the time. It wasn't keeping him clean, making him, giving him his meds, changing around his bed, hanging out, talking with him, cleaning up around him, prepping his clothing, did a lot of stuff. It takes a lot of work to care for a person in your own home. And so I was busy all the time. I was moving all the time. So that 100 pounds came off, even though I didn't know that they'd come off. It came off without too much trouble. But it's not the best way to do it. I think that one of the things that helped me, though, was that because I changed his diet to help him feel better, I changed my diet too. So, yeah, we ate what we liked, no doubt about that. but we ate very small portions of it because we weren't that hungry. And we ate more often, like 6 or 7 times a day. Um, I put our food on small saucer-like plates, like dessert plates. And so our food went on dessert plates, and that usually satisfied us, and we were fine. But we did this every 2.5, 3 hours. We were eating something to keep up, me to keep up my strength, and him to keep up his strength and feel better and stay alert. Um, so that's how I lost my first 100 pounds. Now, the second 100 pounds, I've gained back 30 of them, maybe even 40 pounds, because now he's not here. He's gone. And uh, yes, depression does set in after you lose a loved one. So people who lost loved ones, don't beat yourself up about it. It's something you got to go through. However you go through it, you go through it. When you're going through something like this, grief is very difficult, which I'm not going to shoot into that too much. It is difficult, and nobody can tell you how long or how often or how you should grieve. You grieve the way you need to, with the understanding that the grief must turn into something else. That they need to be channeled into something else, so that you can continue to live the quality of life that your spouse or partner expected you to when they were alive. That's how you honor them. Okay. In any case, she says, I'm only 30 years old. Do I have any friends or people to encourage me? No, no, I don't. I don't. For some reason, I have, because I've been mostly focused on my husband for the last 5 years. And even before that, I was more focused on him and our lives before that. But we didn't cultivate many friends. The few friends we did have, and I said did, have passed on before us. They're already gone. In an 8-month period of time, I lost 5 people who I cared about. My husband was one who was dearest to my heart. My mother, although she died years ago, but I still count her because she's on my mind every day, along with my husband. So for me, in an 8-month period of time, I lost 5 people. 5 people I cared about dearly, and who I knew cared about me. And so it's been a little it's been a little difficult because I don't get out very much. When I am out, I've met some very nice people. Yes, I have met some nice people, but I'm just not. I've never been like to be around a lot of people, like in a crowd of people. I'm not even much on parties, things of that sort. A dinner party or something. But I'm not much. I don't really like to be around a lot of people at any given time. Friends now, I can't even count that I have any at this point in time. Um, I have blood relatives um, whose lives I'm not in, and they're not in my life, partly because we're far away from each other, and partly because, well, their lives don't gel with mine. We just don't have the same interests. Um, and we've never been that close anyway. But they're trying to keep up with me now, and I'm trying to contribute in some way to them just by being there, knowing that I'm there, and knowing that they're there. That's a good thing. But no, I don't. I can't say that I have any real friends in the sense of friends. Now you have to define friends. I'm not gonna go into that now either, but I think I'm probably, as far as friends are concerned, I'm pretty easy to be a friend with, as long as you don't cross my boundaries. Um, I'll let you know what those boundaries are right from the beginning when I meet you. I try to be tactful about it. But my boundaries are not a secret. There are a few of them, but maybe I can count them on one hand. But they are sacrosanct, and I don't want them crossed. If they're crossed, I simply pretend you don't exist. So that's just me, though. Everybody else has a different way of dealing with friendships. But as far as encouragement to lose weight, continue to lose weight, continue to exercise, or do the things that I know I could or should be doing, I haven't been doing them. I've just been not there for it, not ready for it, I guess. I know I need to do it, but I haven't had the motivation to bother with it. So, um, friendships are important. People to encourage you are important. So if you do have people in your lives who are encouraging and not doing passive aggressive, snidely putting you down, then start out with walking. Just a simple thing. Walk. Just go walk. Um, start with 50 steps and work your way up to 100 steps. And then just keep doing that every other week. Add 10 steps, add 20 steps, and just keep walking. In the morning, in the evening especially, because it helps your body to sleep. It'll help your body sleep. So you can try those things, and hopefully you have people around you who encourage you, cheer you on, to do what you need to do to become healthier. Because losing weight because you're obese is not about really how you look. It's about how you feel. And being obese is, for me, being obese has been the worst thing ever in my life, ever. And I wouldn't wish it on my enemy. If I had an enemy, I wouldn't wish it on them. So good luck with that. I hope you do well. I know in my heart you will if you really want to. So take it easy there, Utah Jane. All right, last but not least is Just Grace. Her name is Just Grace from Alabama. From Alabama. I love it. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember this. SNL. Rosanna Dana. Do you remember that one? Do you remember her character? Rosanna Dana. Reminds me of the word Alabama. Anyways, I know I'm weird. Just Grace writes, what are your rules or rule to keep your home uncluttered? That's a tough rule because I haven't been doing it quite lately. I'm looking at it still. I've been doing it very small, but it used to be my number one rule. My husband was the same way. If we haven't seen it, touched it, used it in the last 3 to 6 months, it either gets sold, given away, or thrown away. Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts. If we have not seen it, used it, touched it in the last 3 or 6 months, 3 to 6 months, it is either given away, sold, or thrown away. That way we don't end up hoarding stuff we don't need. Getting rid of clutter is, because I can't stand clutter. To me right now, my house is cluttered. Now, I can't stand it. I haven't had the motivation to get up and do anything about it at this point in time. But I'm going to, because I can't stand it. I feel very chaotic when my house is cluttered. I got stuff around me all. Ugh. I feel all closed in. If it was up to me, my house would be like kind of a Japanese house, where you'd have the different separate rooms with the paper doors, and they look empty except for a few pieces here and there, and then the kitchen would be the one place where you have most of the stuff. But it was up to me. That's the way my house would be. I don't like a lot of stuff around me. I can't stand it. Something about it just, I don't know, bothers me. Always has. Um, so yeah, that's my rule, and I stick by it, even though I haven't done it lately. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I just haven't had motivation. So forgive me for that. I'm sorry. In any case, how have I been this week? It's been a tough week. I won't lie to you. No sense in lying to you. Why should I? It's been a tough week. Just a lot going on in my head. Um, I was supposed to go and I was supposed to have a job, by the way, and went to the 2 interviews like I was supposed to, and I'm not suitable. Of course, I'm not. I can't stand for 5 and 6 hours or 5 hours. Um, I can't run around a building all for those 4 or 5 hours. Um, the clerical I can do. I can learn that stuff. That's not hard. But it's you know, when you go and you read a job and it says clerical or office work, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're telling you the truth. And these are nonprofit organizations, but um, the jobs that were listed that I was going for were jobs where I would have to, I'd be up and down a little bit, but I wouldn't be running around a building. I'd be mostly doing a lot of data entry, a lot of intake for people, paperwork for intake. And so that's the kind of work I'd like to have because I'm obese. I can't stand long. I can't sit long. So I have to have a little bit of both. But neither one of those jobs will I be getting because they require me to run around their building. I sat and watched what was going on, what the person was doing who was there, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything like that. And so I went in for the interview anyway, and we both agreed, both interviews, that I was not suitable for what their needs were. I was suitable on the office part, but I was not suitable as far as the completed work or necessary work needed for the job, which is, conveying orders to a certain part of the warehouse, et cetera, et cetera. So didn't get those jobs. Does it mean I'm going to quit? No, I'm not going to quit looking. I'm hoping I can find something suitable enough for me to work on the computer or sit behind and answer phones or whatever. But for now, I'll just keep looking, and I might get lucky. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is that I'm trying to figure out a way to make more money because I need to have a little extra money coming in. In any case, regardless of that, I'm grateful to be here still. Yes, sometimes, yes, Grace, sometimes it gets lonely, but that's all right too. Learning to be comfortable in your own skin is something that I think everyone should learn to do because people are on this earth here to entertain you. And you need to entertain yourself. Learn to entertain yourself and learn to be your own hero. Now, that's hard work, but I think it's worth doing. In any case, I'm still grateful for one more day of life. I thank you so much for looking at my videos when you see them. I thank you for the emails, both good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And I appreciate that the world is still, even though it's a mess, there's still beauty in it. There's still beauty in it. You have a wonderful, wonderful, and prosperous week. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. This is Mama B for HearthKeepers of the Earth. Bye.